Welcome to on tonight's Clubhouse Live, Aaron Jones welcomes offensive lineman Lucas Patrick to the show. The Packers battled back to take down the Lions at Lambeau, so we'll look back on the Monday night showdown and more with the guys. Plus, we have a spooky Clubhouse Live challenge coming up. It's time to get started, so let's open the doors.
Way to go, everybody. Welcome back to the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill here inside the Red Line Hotel, Paper Valley. We're in downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. A special Tuesday edition of Clubhouse Live. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin. How is everybody doing tonight? I love seeing this place filled up. I love the energy. And I love the fact that we've got some good-looking door openers tonight. Let's spotlight those guys. We've got Andrew, Carson, and Liam. There they are, everybody. Letting the guys in. I think Aaron might have a special connection with one of those guys. So thank you very much. We go from good-looking guys to one ugly guy right over there.
Great looking, my friend.
I have to introduce this.
How are you?
This party pooper. It's none other than Chicago Bears fan, St. Louis Cardinals fan as well. Ricardo Arguello, everybody.
How is everybody? Late night for you all. Brett, how are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing
Your
good.
Cardinals are on the verge of being swept.
Yes, that makes me sad. But you know what makes me happy?
What's that?
Is the upcoming Bear win over the Saints.
No, that's not happening.
Can we talk about
the
that?
Bears,
Do I get my minute?
The Bears are the Titanic.
No.
They are going to finish last in the division, and we're all going to be laughing at you.
Oh.
And that, everybody, is our Bears Minute. It's on to the show.
What?
You don't get a Bears Minute
I didn't
this
even
time.
get a minute.
You
All
don't
right.
get one because they didn't play. But I tell you what, Mean Gene, don't get him fired up now.
Mean Gene, take it easy.
Mean Gene gets a little lathered up when he's talking about the Bears. What about the Bears, Mean Gene? Thank you.
He only knows 3 words.
Yes. All right, well, you know who doesn't suck? It's the Packers. How about Packers 23, Lions 22? Everybody likes that. The Packers didn't take the lead until they absolutely had to, right at the very end of the game. Mason Crosby, how about that guy? 23-yarder. As time expired, proved to be the game winner as the Packers rallied from a 13-0 deficit, survived 3 turnovers, and snapping their 4-game losing skid to the rival Lions. The field goal was one of 3 on the night for Crosby. Meanwhile, how about Jamal Williams, that 1-2 punch back at running back? 104 yards and scored in his return from injury. Alan Lazard, another guy stepping up. He came up big in the fourth quarter with 4 catches for a team-high 65 yards, had that spectacular 35-yard grab right from an equally spectacular pass from Aaron Rodgers, and the defense stiffened after a rough start. I know you like this. Green Bay 5-1, first place in the NFC North. What do you think? You know who else likes it? There he is again, Happy Vince. Everybody loves Happy Vince. Got that big old smile. We've seen a lot of Happy Vince today or this season. He's also happy because he is back once again. He still keeps coming back. That's a good thing. It's our co-host. It's Green Bay Packers running back. He's right there. Aaron Jones. Showtime. And we got one of the big boys here tonight. Offensive lineman Lucas Patrick is here. You never know how offensive line night can go, Ricardo. They're a little different breed. They're a little different.
It's going to get wild and crazy, my friend.
It could get wild and crazy. We'll see. So, hey, first, a big thank you to our presenting sponsors. Superior Discount Liquors, a full-service liquor store with the area's largest selection of liquor, wine, and beer. They also take special orders on hard-to-find items. With locations in Green Bay, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan, stop in today. And, of course, Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Check out Wednesday Night Wins this fall at Potawatomi. Play with your club card now through November 13th for your share of $250,000 in total prizes. More at paysbig.com/fallwins. Ricardo.
Yes.
Get busy and tell everybody how the show works.
Well, it's an interactive show, so we invite your comments and questions to our live chat. That could be found online next to the video viewer. Hey, Sammy West here.
She's
she
back.
She's monitoring the chat. She'll relay those comments and questions over to you, my friend.
Our chat host can never stand working back-to-back weeks with you.
Sam, it's Jenny.
Yep, they can't stand you. That's why they're switching off. Hey, give us a like, Facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. I'm on Twitter at PCBrettsy. Ricardo is at PC Ricardo. Sammy is at Samantha West. Aaron is at Showtime. Again, that's TYME_32. And Lucas is at LucasPatrick62. So why not keep the Lions welcome mat on the stage, right, Mean Gene? Let's kick a team when it's down. I want those guys to stomp their feet, wipe their dirty feet all over one of the ugliest logos in sports, as I like to say. And let's get our co-host onto the stage. He is in his third NFL season, all with the Green Bay Packers. He's a dual threat running back. He's an every down running back, and he wins really cool weekly NFL awards. Did you see that? Give it up for Green Bay Packers running back number 33, Aaron Showtime Jones. Yes. I like a handshake a lot better.
Yeah, no hugging.
He wants to be hugging all day, all week, but those handshakes are nice and
I'd
good.
rather be hugging him right now.
No. Well, you know, that would be a good thing. I guess I could handle that. But hey, I got a couple programming notes for you, Aaron. First of all, we are back to our regular Monday schedule starting next week. So Mondays again through really the rest of the season. So no more weird weeks like this. So right, Mean Gene, next Monday back here at 6:30. Also, and I'm going to give you a little heads up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from this week, but it'll be our October 28th show. That is our Halloween episode.
Halloween.
Come dressed in your ugliest, ghoulish costumes. Top 3 costumes win prizes. And you, my friend, need to wear a costume, too.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
I'm
and
okay
your
with that.
guest. Well, actually, we have a mask for your guest. How we do it is we always announce them as a masked mystery guest. Now, you have to tell me who it is ahead of time so I can prepare a script, because this is my lifeblood. This is what I need. But we won't tell everybody else who the masked mystery guest is. It could be Aaron Rodgers, for all we know, a masked mystery guest. You just don't know. So anyway, I'll bring it up again next week, but in 2 weeks, find a Halloween costume, all right? Can you do
I
that?
can do that.
I'll be wearing something, too. All right. First of all, I want to say this, and this isn't, I just added this to the notes, but we had to move our green room downstairs this week because the other room was being used. So there was kind of a little gathering of people there. They knew that Aaron Jones was downstairs and Lucas Patrick was downstairs, members of the 5-1 Green Bay Packers, and they're waiting for pictures and maybe high fives. So I start walking up the stairs, and I could kind of see the anticipation, like who's coming up the stairs. And then they saw my face, and you just should have seen their shoulders just go. That's what happens to me. You know, I go home at night. My dog doesn't even care about me. She doesn't even wag her tail.
You're used to the disappointment.
That's how it is for me. That's my world. But I'm sure in your world, Aaron Jones, oh my gosh, right?
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
What's that like? What's that like just being famous?
I'm not famous. I'm just like you. I'm any other person.
No,
Whoa,
you're-
whoa, whoa,
no,
whoa,
you're-
whoa,
no,
whoa, whoa,
I will
whoa.
even step in
You're
and say
not
you're
just
not like
you're
me.
not
No.
like Brett.
No.
What makes me different?
You can play running back,
Yeah.
maybe.
I will
Brett
admit
rides
I,
it. You, but Brett, hey,
Hey.
you do ride your bike.
I do ride my
There-
bike.
I'm pretty sure there's things he does well that I don't do so well.
Okay,
so.
all right, fair enough.
Very humble young man. I
He is.
appreciate that, Aaron. But I know that I don't run a 4.3 and I can't score touchdowns. I was a Nerf football legend back
Incredible.
in the day. A Nerf football
You're a Hall
legend.
of Famer.
Hey, listen, first of all, congratulations. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was the FedEx Ground Player of the Week for his performance against the Cowboys. So congratulations to you since we last saw each other. But
Thank you.
what do you get for those? Do you get trophies, plaques, money, accolades? What do you get from those awards?
The last time I won the Ground Player of the Week, they put ribs in my locker for me to give out to some of the guys. So I put them in the offensive linemen's lockers and the rest of like the blocking unit and running back
Wow.
coach.
Ribs.
Smart
Oh, that's
man.
very nice. How about NFC Offensive Player? Nothing? Just a pat on the back?
That's my first time winning it, so
You're going to find out, right?
I guess so.
Maybe a little cash there in your locker.
That'd be
Become a big
nice.
wad of bills. So, secondly, congratulations on the big win over Detroit last night, right? And I want to do this before. Don't put the picture up quite yet, but did you know, Aaron Jones, that your mom and dad got a lot of airtime last night? They're famous too.
I was notified after that they did.
Yes, they were all over the airwaves on ESPN Monday Night Football. And now, Rosie, you can put the picture Look at that. Great shot of Aaron and his father, Alvin Sr.
Thank you, Dan.
Love it.
He took that.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, he took that right
Bill
here.
Glasheen, who's manning the mobile camera tonight. But great picture. And your parents are here. Maybe introduce who's at the head table tonight. Your mom, dad, and an uncle.
Got my mom, Virgis Jones. Got my uncle, Joseph Lewis. And got my dad, Alvin Jones Sr.
For your dad and mom, a combined, I believe, am I right, 56 years of service in the U.S. Army as sergeant majors. I said it to your dad. I'll say it to your mom. Thank you so much for your service. We appreciate it.
My uncle also served, too.
And your uncle served, too. Wow.
Whoa.
Thank you. What have you done today, Ricardo?
Hey, I arrived here on time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fantastic. So don't be surprised, Aaron, if someday that picture of you and your father doesn't end up as a gift in some form or fashion. We're just going to put it out there as a tease.
That's fine with me.
All right.
I love that.
Yes. Why'd you look at me that way? That was kind of strange.
Like what?
When you said you loved that, but it was almost like you loved me or something weird. Yes. All right. Let's talk about the game, and enough about that. That was an awkward moment. Hard-fought game, ugly battle throughout. Again, you fall behind 13 zip. Ended up losing the turnover battle 3 zip. That's usually a recipe for an L. You end up battling back, getting the big win. What did you learn, Aaron Jones, about your teammates and the 2019 Green Bay Packers after coming back against a tough opponent?
I just learned that we don't blink. When adversity hits us, we look it right in the face. We step up to it, and we continue to chip away at it. And when you have a team like that, you're going to be great. You're going to get things done. Execution came down. It came down to execution at the end, and that's what we did. And we just got to be better throughout the whole game. But most importantly, we got the win.
Yeah, Aaron Jones or Aaron Rodgers. See, there I did it again. Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, but he called it a character win. You agree with that?
Oh, it definitely was a character win. I mean, everybody had to step up. The game didn't go the way we wanted it to go. A lot of mistakes. A lot of things went wrong. They could have went wrong. I mean, they came out. They got up. They had 2 big plays offensively to start the game. And I was talking to some of the guys in last year's team. I don't know if we pull that out, but this year's team, we got the leadership. We got the veterans. And we just got guys who we all want to win.
Very good. Yes. So what's going on the sidelines? So you guys, everything's going wrong, right? I mean, and that happens throughout the course of a season. That's just the way it is. What's going on? What's the chatter like in the sidelines? Adversity. How was Coach Matt LaFleur handling it? What's he doing? What's
everything's
he saying?
positive. It's just like, come on, guys, pick it up. This is our drive right here. The defense made a stop. They're letting us stick in the game, so we got to take advantage of that. Who's going to be the first person to make a play? You'll just hear that throughout the sideline. You're walking on the sideline, and just talking about the next series is coming up. The plays we're going to run. Not once was it ever anybody negative, anybody dropping their heads. Even I made mistakes in the game. I come off to the sideline. I'm holding my head down, and I have 52 other brothers there on the sideline. Hey, pick your head up. We got you. We got your back. And when you got that, that's what it's all about, and I just thank them for that.
Well, it's yeah. That's a good segue because we have to. It's the elephant in the room. We have to talk about it, right? A rare fumble from you. You just don't fumble the ball, and then just the drop pass. I mean, it just happens. So, how do you keep your head up? Because how do you stay focused? Because that's tough. I mean, it's a Monday Night Football. It's a big game, and a couple of miscues, but you bounce back and end up playing a solid game.
Just knowing that that's not you, and like I said, those guys next to you who are making sure you don't get your head down, you don't put your head down when you make a mistake. Not everybody's perfect. You're not gonna go through the whole career without having a drop. You're not gonna go through your whole career without having a fumble. So, learn from that mistake, shake it off, and move on.
It's amazing how yeah. I'm always amazed, Ricardo, by professional athletes. You see this like with closers in baseball, how they are trained. If something goes haywire, you just have a bad moment or a bad outing, that you guys like erase it. I mean, it's really a remarkable trait. How do you teach yourself how to do that?
It's definitely something that's hard to do. I mean, as an athlete or anybody, I mean, you want to try to be as perfect as possible. So, when you make that one mistake, it's gonna bother you. It's gonna lag there in the back of your mind. So I mean, just knowing that your teammates need you every play, and they need your best every play. You can't let one play affect it. You gotta let that move on from that last play. Forget about it happen. You're gonna go over it the next day in meetings, so it's fine. Just forget about it and move on.
It's you think about football being such a physical sport, right? The physical part of the game, but it's really, if just as much mental, if not more mental. Correct? I mean,
I would say it's more mental. I feel like you think out there you stink. So that's my saying.
You think you stink.
You think you stink. If you can play fast without thinking, you're gonna be good. So that's just my saying.
You think you stink, but the funny thing is, Ricardo always stinks.
No.
You have a strange odor about
No,
you.
I take my weekly showers.
Okay, well,
So
I don't
just
think
let you
think
know.
you missed this week. Play of Jamal Williams, right? We talked about him, his running back mate, one of his teammates there. He was back on the field, number 30. 14 carries, 104 yards, 4 receptions for 32 yards and a touchdown. Boy, what does he bring to the unit? He is another key weapon out there. It's good to have him back.
Definitely good to have him back. He brings another weapon to the table. Something the defense can't just plan on one person. I mean, you put Jamal in the game, he's going to bring you explosiveness. He's going to catch the ball well out of the backfield. He's always where he's supposed to be. So he stepped up big for us last night, and like I said, I feel like we got one of the best 1-2 punches.
Oh, yeah. Well, Devontae Adams tweeted about it today. Our 1-2 punch at RB is the filthiest, he tweeted, meaning Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams. What do you guys think? That filthy combo? There, your mom liked it.
Thanks, Mom.
I like that. Little energy at that table. But you guys obviously get along. You're good buddies. But is there healthy competition with you guys, though, too? Do you guys push each other a little bit?
We're always pushing each other. I mean, that's the only way to get better. If you guys, two guys who are sitting there, who are sitting there comfortable with where they're at, you're not going to get any better. Those two guys are pretty much going to stay where they're at. So if you have two guys who are competing with each other, pushing each other, you're going to get the best out of both of them every time they step on the field.
Hey, by the way, let's give credit to Jamal Williams. The Lions wanted him to score, didn't they? But he didn't. Stop short of the goal line and let that clock keep running, right? That's a big
smart
play.
Football.
Very smart football.
I don't think a lot of people knew what happened. And
it was pretty. If you
football.
knew the game, it was pretty clear that he did exactly the right thing. They were letting him score. So, I know Jamal's watching. Let's give him a round of applause, right, for doing the right thing. You don't want to see the Lions back on the field. A few more things, then I'm going to kick it over to Ricardo for our first audience question. But hey, another week, more guys stepping up, different guys stepping up. Now it's.
Oh.
Are you okay?
I told you. Oh, yeah.
Do you need a
cracked my
massage
back
or something?
I mean, we played last night. It was a long game.
Is there a masseuse in here, a chiropractor? Anybody can help him out a little bit? But another game, another guy stepped up. I mentioned Jamal Williams, but how about Alan Lazard, the young wide receiver? Rodgers, I guess, lobbied to get him into the game and ended up with 4 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown, all in a key fourth quarter stretch. How impressed were you with his confidence, not only in himself, but then kind of putting his money where his mouth is, right, and making plays, that great touchdown catch?
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed, but it didn't catch me by surprise. I see him every day in practice making plays against our number 1 defense. So, I mean, it didn't catch me by surprise. It's a reason that Aaron's sitting there lobbying for him. He sees it every day in practice, too. We're not blind, so it caught none of us by surprise, and we're just all happy for him and hope he continues. And that just goes back to where I said it's not just going to depend on one person to step up. It's going to take everybody, and that's what everybody's doing.
Yeah, what does he bring to the offense? I got it right here, 6'5", 227 pounds. He's a big kid.
A lot of human.
Yeah, there you go. With some good hands and some speed.
Good hands, good speed. He's a weapon. He's very physical. You guys saw that in the game. And it's something we need, and he can block out there on the perimeter as well, so he brings a lot to the table.
So what's going on? A couple more, and then it's Ricardo's turn. But, okay, there it is. 2 seconds left on the clock. You're down by 2. The ageless wonder, right? The veteran, the grizzled veteran, gray hair and all, Mason Crosby comes trotting out onto the field, setting up for a 23-yard field goal. Are you nervous, or are there butterflies? What are you thinking? This is it? This is the last play of the game?
No, I was sitting there talking to Trey Carson. I told him we had already won the game. I was confident Mason. I mean, sit there and see him kick all the time. I mean, that's Mason. That was his moment, and
you know what?
He treasured it.
You know what wasn't confident was that Lambeau lift. It wasn't a Lambeau leap.
No, I like that. That was dope. I like that.
It was lit.
It was planned. You could tell it was planned. Like the long snapper already ran over there and got down.
Hunter Bradley going over
creative.
there and lifting Mason Crosby. So the Lambeau lift. But last thing now, take us in to the huddle. That final drive, right? So again, you're down 2. 14 play, 77-yard march. Took the final 6 minutes, 46 seconds off the clock. You got to have this. It's now or never to beat your rival, stay in first place. So what's going on in the huddle? What's the chatter like? Is it calm? What's Aaron Rodgers thinking, or is it controlled chaos? Just take us into that situation.
It's always calm. With 12 in the huddle, it's always going to be calm. Just come in, hey, we're going to go down. We're going to run this clock down. We're going to win this game. And that's exactly what he said, and that's exactly what we did.
That's what happens, Ricardo. Don't mess with number 12.
Oh, no.
Remember when he punched you that one time?
He did, in the left cheek.
Yeah, he did. So let's kick it over to you, Ricardo.
Yes, by the way, quit saying lit. You're offending everybody when you say lit.
Remember when Jamal, he called me the swag daddy one time. Remember that?
Yeah, well, I know that, but that doesn't mean you say lit. You got to say stuff that you said back in high school, like
you know what
groovy.
No, I'm not that old. You should you should get Jamal on the show sometime, and we'll do a dance contest. I'll show him my moves.
Oh my goodness!
I would love to see. You can buzz him out right now.
No, not right now. I need.
You got to let him practice a little bit.
Bok, chicken, bok, bok.
Nice.
You want to see a backache? He'd be swiveling my hips. So no way.
Brett, we have Noah from Kimberly, and he has a question for Aaron. Go ahead, Noah.
It seems that every week someone new steps up to help the team win. What has Coach LaFleur done to change the culture over the past few years?
Great question.
He just let us all know that it's not one person, it's all 11. We need everybody who steps on that field. Whoever's out there at that time, all 11 are just as important as anybody. So, like I said, Coach says, do your 111. And everybody is, like I said, everybody's stepping up, and it's going to take everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Excellent
Noah.
question,
Good
young
question.
man.
Good question, my friend.
Devontae Adams jersey. All right, that's our cue to take our first time out. Tonight's stat pack. I got a good one, kind of a different type of stat pack for everybody, fun one for you. Did you know Wisconsin, check this out, Aaron Jones, Wisconsin football teams are 4-0 this season against Michigan football teams. 4-0. Of course, you have the Packers topping the Lions last night, 23-22, but the Badgers stomping Central Michigan, and Michigan State this season. The combined score in those 4 games, Wisconsin 157, Michigan 36. That's how it's supposed to be, right, Mean Gene?
Yikes.
It's no wonder why Michigan's Upper Peninsula wants so badly to be part of Wisconsin now.
It should be true. Anyway.
I'm not sure what Grizzly Dan's doing.
Oh, he's got the shoes there with the Wisconsin shoes.
Yes, the Badgers. So 4-0 Wisconsin versus Michigan this season. Ricardo, we're doing trivia.
That's right, but we have a couple rules. First off, if you think you know the answer, please raise your hand. Don't shout it out. But if you're correct, you win what, Brett?
Aaron tells us.
Pizza and beer.
He
there
knows
we
it.
go.
Pizza and beer right here at the clubhouse.
That's right. You win the pizza and beer. And again, once you win, you're out for the rest of the show. That's only fair. And sorry, live chatters, you have to be here to win. But again, Sammy West, she's handling the online trivia contest.
My turn. I ask first. NFL history was made when the Packers beat this longtime divisional rival in the final week of the 2008 regular season to secure a 0-16 record for that team. Right there, that big guy. Yes, of course. We're going to kick the Detroit Lions while they're down some more. 0-16, Ricardo. Remember that?
That was a good year for everybody but the Lions.
Ooh, the Packers' previous opponent, yesterday's opponent, was the first in league history to fail to win a contest in the current 16-game schedule. Of course, the Cleveland Browns, Ricardo, matched that record a couple of years ago. All right. We ready to get your guest onto the stage? Showtime?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Lucas, hold tight. I got a nice intro for you. Our guest tonight is in his 3rd NFL season, all with the Packers. He was signed by the Packers as an undrafted free agent in June of 2016. Our guest tonight has appeared in 5 games this season and played the final 55 snaps at center, right, during the Packers' Week 5 victory over the Cowboys. That was a game in which he helped Aaron Jones rush for 107 yards and finish with a career-high 182 yards from scrimmage. He was a big part of that. Our guest tonight has also seen action for the Packers as a starter at left guard and right guard. He is a proud Dookie. Don't forget about it. He grows one heck of a mustache. Have you seen that thing? That especially when it's just the mustache. Our guest tonight fiercely protects his quarterbacks, is good at direct snaps. We know that. We'll talk about that. And it's okay. He won't beat me up, I don't think, for saying that. And our guest tonight has a family connection to the Packers. We'll talk about that. Come on, Clubhouse Live, get on your feet as we welcome to the stage Green Bay Packers offensive lineman number 62, Lucas Patrick. Glad he didn't hold the direct snap against me. It's all in fun. We're having a good time. Everybody's winning games, right? The Packers are in first place.
What you don't know, me and Lucas, we talked about that before the game. Like
that was a plan?
Yeah, that was between me and him. And it just, we got good positive gains out of it, So something we talked about.
Well, let's get his mic up, guys. But we'll talk about that.
1, 2, 1,
there
2,
we go.
3.
There's
4,
Lucas's voice. Now
6,
you hear
7.
him, everybody. So we'll talk about that in a second. But because this is Aaron's show and you're Aaron's guest, Aaron always asks the first question.
Where does all the energy come from? I don't know if you guys have ever seen him at the games, but third down, the defense is on the field, he's on the screen. Like they're showing him getting the fans up, getting them hyped, just energy.
Yeah, last night that was probably due to the copious amounts of caffeine I had before the game. When you're a reserve lineman, you got to prepare in case you're going to play the first snap, the 20th snap, or the last snap. So I get pretty juiced up before the games, and I got to let that energy out somehow. So if that's cheering on our defense, I'm all for it.
There you go, right? Yeah, that's an offensive lineman right there. So your family connection to the Green Bay Packers. I was reading about it in the media guide. I think I hate to use the term old-timers here, but I think that's fair. That well, you can explain it. But Tom Moore, the running back, played for the Packers in the 1960s under the great Lombardi teams, is somehow related to you, right?
Yeah. So my mom's brother's wife's father.
Wow.
So
Whoa, let's break out the
that's tough for Ricardo.
We got to
to
break out
understand.
the chart here.
He's a
Yeah.
Bear fan. Remember that now.
Yeah. So I guess like step grandfather. I guess that's what we'll call it. Grew up going to his lake house. Tom Moore, great guy, and he still watches the games and tunes in. And great guy.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, he won 3 NFL championships. 61, 62, and 65, I believe. So, and played with Paul Hornung and all those guys, and Vince Lombardi obviously was a coach. Do you have contact with him? Knowing that you're a Green Bay Packer, did he give you some insight into what the culture is and what Titletown's all about?
Yeah, I've talked to him a few times. Really talked to my uncle a lot, his, I guess, son-in-law. But they came up for a game last year, and we were sitting at Tavern in the Sky in the new Lodge Kohler.
Sure, right.
And they had a picture with that team, and we just turned around, and there was a picture of him up there. So sent that to him, and he was pretty honored. But, yeah, he talked highly of Mr. Starr, who's, rest in peace, and just a lot about Green Bay. We went and visited the house that he stayed at when they were here. So a lot of cool history.
Did you just go walk up to the door and knock? There's this big burly guy knocking on the door like, what do you want, sir? But, hey, when I say how much anger do I bring out of you when I just say Tar Heels, right? Does that make you just want to beat me up?
There's just one answer to that, and it's GTHC. Go to hell, Carolina.
Whoa! There we go.
Nice. I like that.
It's the same. It's the same as the Bears still suck. Go to hell, Carolina.
I think that's but I think that's even more intense.
Duke's version right there. Duke
in North
right
Carolina.
there.
That's bad blood right there.
I've never heard of that. That's very good. The Dukies, the Tar Heels. Doesn't matter what sport they're playing. But before we get back to our conversation, it looks like Sammy West is flagging me down, waving me down. So she must have a bunch of stuff going on online tonight.
Yes, I do. We have a lot going on tonight. We've got people tuning in from 13 states. all over the place. I won't go through all of them because I'll run out of breath. But we've also got people tuning in from Thailand on
There we
vacation.
go.
So
Yep.
pretty cool. I've got a couple questions. One about the game last night and one just for fun. So which one should I start with?
Should we do the game first? Let's get the game and end it
All
with
right.
some fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, some people were noticing that the field seemed a little slippery last night. Was it? Were we just seeing things, or was that happening?
I would say it definitely was a little slick. It had been raining all week and a little bit of. I saw snow in Green Bay. I don't know about anybody else.
That's a
but
bad word. That's a bad word. A bad 4-letter word, snow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then second question, in case you didn't know, it's National Cheese Curd Day.
Ooh.
So Amanda from the live stream is wondering, have either of you had any cheese curds, either today or in general? You're both not from Wisconsin, so.
Can y'all bring me those cheese curds up here? I will definitely eat one right
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
they got a basket
Got
of
'em
cheese
ready.
curds coming right here.
Uncle
Here we
bringing it
go.
up.
Thank
Yes,
you, Unc.
sir.
I guess we'll have one on.
If I don't
National
mind.
National
Cheese
Cheese
Curd.
Curd Day
Lucas,
right
you've
there.
had some before?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Honestly, I think I've had enough to say I've grown up in Wisconsin.
Yes.
I love
Oh,
these
yeah, there you
things.
go.
Again, spoken like an offensive lineman right there. That's against your diet, though. You're not allowed to be eating that stuff. What's the matter with you?
Hey, we played last night. I need some energy, some carbs. I need to
All right.
You can
Reboot.
celebrate once in a while,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
definitely
exactly,
You can treat
yeah.
yourself once in a while.
A little cheat day. So, Lucas,
Thanks, guys.
seeing as how you're a Duke University graduate, does that make you the smartest offensive lineman in the room? Hmm?
Sure.
Yes.
I didn't say it first. No, I'd say our room is actually a pretty intelligent room. Corey Lindsley, our center, is he's brilliant both on and off the field. D-Bach, you can get into a serious debate with him. Billy, super smart himself. I mean, we've got a pretty intelligent room. I guess pedigree. I'll take the cake on that.
It's
one.
got to be Lucas Patrick here. Who's the biggest meathead in that room, right? I mean, come on. It's got to be Corey Lindsley, right? Isn't he the meathead? Guy lives in the weight room.
Bakhtiari.
We call him Hollywood. He used to be our co-host back in 2015. You see him tomorrow for practice, call him Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, hey, Hollywood, and see how you react
living
to
out
that.
in West Hollywood, WeHo, and all that.
Who's the biggest meathead? Who is? Well, why is Brian Balaga so ornery all the time? Why doesn't that guy cheer up a little bit?
Big Bull. I mean, I think if you have the nickname the Bull, you got to be ornery. You got to live up to that. I think it's the way he plays. It's the way he does everything. I love it. I think it actually permeates all through the room and brings a little edge to our room. When your leaders bring toughness, it just kind of trickles all the way down to all of us. So I think it's a great trait. Sometimes he gets a little too ornery,
Yeah.
but he's the old wily vet, so you just got to listen to him.
Absolutely. He's been around the league a long time. So here you go. So you're undrafted free agent. You come in for the injured Corey Lindsley against Dallas, right? You played well in the key game. So how does this journey happen, right? From undrafted free agent from Duke University, you come to Green Bay. Next thing you know, there you are in Jerry's world. It's a big game against the Dallas Cowboys. It's the star in the middle of the field, and there you are, and you're playing well, and he's running for all these yards, and the offense is moving the ball. How does this happen? Your story. How'd you get to where you are today?
I mean, best way I can say is I'm super blessed to get to that point in my life is amazing. I definitely had to pinch myself after that game. I mean, Jonesy had 4 touchdowns, which that's incredible versus any defense. Blocking for a future Hall of Famer, slinging the ball around. You got guys like Jimmy Graham running down the field and G-Mo, and you just get to watch these guys make plays, and it's, during the game, you're really focusing on everything that's happening, but as soon as we won that game, it's like a wave of emotion hits you that you just played in a historic stadium, won a game, keep Aaron's undefeated streak alive. I mean, there's a lot that went into that game, and it's a lot of hard work and a lot of determination, but it's just really super blessed to be still here and hanging around, and I guess, maybe I hide well on cut day or whatever it is.
Well, I tell you what, also key, and I think I'm sure some folks have read the story, but maybe some haven't, so you can fill them in. And I apologize if we're going to repeat the story, but Aaron Rodgers, during training camp this year, he sat with you, right? And he gave you the encouragement maybe you needed, that boost you needed when you're feeling a little bit down, a little frustrated about how things were going. So number 12 was key, and maybe you ended up on the field that day ready to go when Corey went down.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of national media spotlight on who 12 is. There's a lot of even local spotlight on who 12 is. But if you ask the guys in the circle of our locker room, I think it would be consensus of he's a great leader, a humble leader, but what people don't realize is on game day he expects your best. He expects his level, what he puts into it as well. So I think some people see that and they think that they see this part of him, but they don't see the deposits and what he puts, what he gives of himself to you through the week, through the off season, to develop the whole team. Yeah, and I said it in the interview when I feel like when Aaron has your back, the whole state of Wisconsin has your back, and it's just it's a great feeling.
Yeah. Good stuff. That's a good story. I like it. So Aaron Jones, we call him Showtime. Well, he calls himself Showtime, but we're calling him Showtime too. How impressed were you with what this guy did in a very tough position? And we'll talk about all that goes into being a center. But his play against the Dallas Cowboys was key.
Oh, yeah, it was very key. I mean, it all starts with him. I mean, if you can't snap the ball, you can't get the play started.
That's true. That's true.
So he's one of the most important people on the field. But, no, just to be able to snap the ball and then go block somebody, I feel like that's one of the hardest things to do. You literally have your head down, snapping the ball, have to worry about somebody coming to hit you, but you
Snap
hit them.
it and get your head up right away, right?
So, I mean, what he does, I appreciate him, and touchdown score behind him, so it wouldn't have been done without him, and I just thank him.
Yeah, here we go. And normally you don't want to be noticed. You don't want to be noticed.
No, not at all.
So in this case, you're being noticed for a key performance coming in for Corey when he went down with the concussion. So take us to the line of scrimmage now. Okay, so you're trotting there, you know the play, and you get there, and everybody's getting set up and looking around, and it's you're the quarterback of the offensive line in many ways. So you got a split second to process what you're seeing. You got to make the calls. Just take us down there and what's going on with you.
First of all, toughest part is this may sound crazy, but I've played so much left and on the right side. I have to think more about the plays and not focus in at guard and just think I'm going this way or that way. You got to think from the middle of the whole play. Then you got to diagnose the defense and what they're bringing out, and whether it's nickel, dime, base personnel, and all these, have different effects on who we go to. Then I got to make an ID so everyone on the line knows where to go. And then the ever important, which Aaron saved me twice, probably kept me from not being on the team. If he doesn't catch those, could have been bad. Snap it to Aaron to give to Aaron, and hope it goes well from there. But it's challenging, but it's fun. It's the only job where you get to tell people what to do, and they got to listen to you no matter what.
Yeah, right.
So it's kind of fun. But, yeah, it was cool. And luckily I have a bunch of great guys around me to make up for any mistakes or any miscues that I had. And that's definitely what led to that victory.
And keep in mind, he's got You gotta process this all in with like 10 seconds, basically. As his things.
Yeah.
The way you explained it, it's not going quite that slow.
Very
it's bam, 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 bam.
expedited.
So okay, let's talk about the direct snaps a little bit. So sometimes a running back might just be looking around a little bit and kind of seeing where he might go. You're focused. You caught the ball twice on those direct snaps. I know you're joking when you say that it was planned.
I guess you're not listening to me. I told you it was planned. The play was called in the huddle. I look at Lucas. I'm like, and that's what it was.
That's funny because Aaron Rodgers didn't say they were planned. The quarterback did.
Yeah, he didn't know. I mean, they called the play, the regular play, and I looked at Lucas and I winked at him, letting him know, hey, no, don't snap it to him, snap it to me.
Well, I wonder what Aaron Rodgers would think about that explanation. So, all right, if that's your explanation.
It worked out. We got a first down.
Twice.
Explosive. One was explosive, right?
Yeah. Like 16 yards. Can't be mad at that.
Maybe that needs to be in the playbook a little bit more, right? Some of those direct snaps. But how fun is it blocking for guys like Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones. They're a little different runners, right? But both can do explosive things out there.
I mean, it's the most fun I've ever had blocking for two running backs. Best thing about Aaron is when he hits where we're trying to let him, go be an athlete, he hits it with such speed and ferocity that it's. I mean, I literally feel like 33 could score every time. It's amazing. I mean, we've seen him multiple times where he's broken it versus the Rams, the Saints, Dolphins last year, this year versus Dallas multiple times. So it's so fun to have an electric back there that you never know if that's going to be a touchdown. And then Jamal, selfishly, I love the way he runs because he can hit any hole on the line, and he's going forward, and he's probably getting a first down. His tenacity running the ball it's infectious. I think it spills over to everyone. We just want to run after 30 and just support him no matter what he does.
Good stuff, yeah. Two more things. Aaron Jones gets the game ball in Dallas, but what does he do? He flips it to the offensive line. He gives you guys the props. How much did that mean to you for number 33 here to credit the offensive line for his big day?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. Especially the pride he has being from El Paso or claiming El Paso. I know he's lived around quite a bit of the country, and being back in Texas, I mean, that's a huge game. His family was up there, got to toss the ball to Alvin, his brother, and for him to do that and to really understand who he is as a person and him to give up that game ball so, willingly, it meant a lot. It was great on the performance, but I think it was a little deeper than that, and we really appreciate it, and, just makes us want to go even harder for 33.
You know where your where they say where your bread is buttered, right? It's the offensive line.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Last thing, Lucas, and then we're going to we have Sammy. Do you have something? Oh, I'm sorry. I saw Ricardo pointing there. We're going to do our social media question of the night for Sammy, though. What is illegal hands to the face? All right, that's been going crazy through social media. The talking heads, they're all upset about what happened last night between Trey Flowers and David Bakhtiari. I think the league came out and apologized because they said, well, maybe they missed one, but the other one was they're going to stand behind the officials. So what is it? I mean, what is it? What is illegal hands to the face?
Yeah.
Nobody knows, really.
That penalty is when the defender gains leverage through using your helmet or face mask as a way to drive you back. It's a tough penalty to call because it's all about vantage points. I'm pretty sure the umpire threw that flag, and from his vantage point, both of them looked legit. Tough calls, definitely helped us. But I mean, when you got a premier pass rusher like Bakhtiari, and you see his head cocked back, he's looking essentially at the sky, and multiple times when you're playing O-line, if you're looking at the sky, somebody's probably in your face. Whether he's actually grabbing your chest plate or your face mask, it's still in the neck area, and it's one of those calls that's tough. I mean, it's tough the same way that passer interference is tough. You win some and you lose some, and we were on, of course, the winning side of them, but
it is what it is.
It kind of is what it is. I mean, that's the best way to put it.
Boy, both instances look like that hand was by the neck, So I don't know. Hey, it is what it is, and the Packers end up winning, right, everybody? 23-22. You're not going to go replay it now. All right, I'm going to go back to Sammy West. She's standing right there. It is time for our social media question of the night.
Yeah, so I've got a question from Dale Zuleger from Facebook. He wants to know, as a professional athlete, how do you make sure you don't let the highs get too high and the lows get too low?
Yes. Great question.
That is a great question. Just knowing that, take me, for example. 1 week you can have a great week. Next week you can have a bad week. So you just got to find an even kill, never too high when you're going to have a good game, never too low when you have a bad game. Just keep it even kill and you'll be good. I don't know exactly how you do that. Just the people in your corner, your teammates. I don't know exactly how you do it, but it's something athletes. I think they're born with it, but
I'd say a lot of it is compartmentalizing, kind of putting things into certain scenarios or certain situations. But to hit off what Aaron says, most of us have that one person we call that kind of brings us down or brings us back up, and could be parents, loved ones, girlfriends, fiancés, wives. Those people are crucial, I would say, that known us since day one and pretty much know who we are and can keep us grounded.
Very good question. Yeah, thank you very much, Sammy. So, yeah, everybody wants to clap tonight. Dale wins something pretty cool, doesn't he?
Yes, for having his question selected, Dale wins a signed photo of Aaron Jones. Each week, we'll ask you to submit a question for our upcoming guest that we'll ask live during Monday's show. Look for it on facebook.com/Clubhouse Live.
All right, time for another timeout. Ricardo, it's time. Yes, there's more clapping.
Yes, more clapping.
Everybody's still so happy. I like
Yes.
it.
There you go, Aaron.
There we go.
That's right. We do have our trivia question
Trivia
number two,
question
Brett.
number 2. Yes,
I need all three of you to look out in the crowd, see who raises their hand first. Here we go. As mentioned earlier, Aaron Jones was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week after a sensational performance in the Packers' Week 5 win over the Cowboys. Aaron is the first Packers running back to earn that honor since this fan favorite in 2014. Hint, he's good at beatboxing.
This guy right here. Not Amon Green. What are you thinking, Aaron Jones? Where are we looking? Right here? Yeah, Eddie Lacy. Remember Eddie Lacy, Ricardo?
He was good times.
He gets the pizza and beer. Eddie Lacy was on here doing his beatboxing skills, showing those off. Friend of the show, and he was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week after rushing for 125 yards and scoring 2 touchdowns in the Packers' 24-21 Week 12 victory over the Vikings. All right, we need Frank and we need Colleen because it is time for our Clubhouse Live Challenge. How about some music, Rosie? All right, guys. We've got no music for our Clubhouse Live challenge, so this is going to be a different challenge. I'm going to need you guys to actually step out in front of the stage tonight, okay?
Oh, boy, here we go.
We got Frank is with Aaron. Colleen, you're going to go down with Lucas as he takes one more cheese curd. You're each gonna pair up in front of the stage and kind of face the crowd. I'll get the what we're playing here in a second. All right, Aaron Jones, I'm going to give you this, and Lucas, I'm going to give you this. And this is a game that we call I Want My Mummy, right? It's Halloween time.
Here we go.
It's time to spook things up a bit on Clubhouse Live. The object of this game is simple. You have 60 seconds. Ricardo, you will keep track
Oh,
of
that's
60
right. Let me get the phone out.
You are going to wrap your playing partner as a mummy. All right? You have to wrap your playing partner as a mummy. The best-looking mummy will be voted upon by our audience. Hold it now. You can't get going here. The best-looking mummy will vote by fan cheers, so whoever gets the loudest cheers wins, all right? So it's that easy. You have 2 things. You got orange and black for Halloween. So the winner tonight, guys, the winner is going home with Aaron Rodgers again. A little Aaron Rodgers blankie. Get to cuddle up with the quarterback, Frank. Hey, Frank. You want to cuddle with Aaron Rodgers, don't you, tonight, right? You want to cuddle with the quarterback? He's got his jersey on. Winner also gets a signed photo of Aaron Jones right here. Also, hey, Grizzly Dan, an ice scraper from USA Today Network, Wisconsin. I know it's starting to get cold. And an MVP CD from Eric Lives Here, Mike Thiel with our intro and outro music. Our runner-up tonight, because I don't want to use the term loser, Ricardo, goes home with everything but Aaron Rodgers. That's how it goes. So, okay, I always ask, but who wants to see Aaron's mummy win tonight? And who wants to see Lucas's mummy win tonight? Oh, Aaron, they always go against the host. I don't know why that is. So let's count it down. Ricardo, you have 60 seconds. Rosie, get the music ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's gonna see who's going to have the best mummy out there. Cheer him on, everybody. Cheer him on. Frank, don't get dizzy on me now.
Come on, Lucas.
Ricardo, where are we at with the time?
Okay, we're nearing 40 seconds left.
I'm really worried that they're going to fall down. Frank, your equilibrium is not good at your age. Somebody protect Frank here. I'm very nervous.
30
for him.
seconds.
Okay, easy. There we go. Now, Aaron, you be careful too. Where's
20
the other
seconds.
one? Aaron, you got to get moving. Whoa, careful. Please don't sprain an ankle on this game. Ricardo, start counting it down.
10.
Don't forget the
9,
head. Don't forget
8,
the head. There
7,
we go. That's
6,
important.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And time
Game,
is
yeah.
up. There's our mummies. Okay. First of all, let's let Frank gather himself here for a second. Did you notice he started to slow down as this went on? That's a long 60 seconds, isn't it? All right, let's start the cheers. How about Lucas and Colleen? What do you think? And Aaron and Frank tonight. Whoa!
Whoa.
That means Frank is the winning mummy tonight. Yes. Championship music, Rosie. Frank, you are going home with Aaron Jones. You'll be cuddling with him tonight. You get the signed photo of Aaron Jones. You're going home with Aaron Rodgers, I guess I meant to say. The Ice Scraper from USA Today Network, Wisconsin, and don't forget the MVP CD. We'll let Colleen get all cleaned up here. Colleen, don't forget your gifts. You got the signed photo, the Ice Scraper. There you go, and the MVP CD. How about a round of applause for our fine, fine contestants? I like that game. That's a fun game. That's a fun game, except Ricardo when they start spinning.
Yeah,
spinning.
I was waiting for
spinning.
someone to fall down there.
I was
but
ready
yes.
for him, but I did not like how Frank was turning blue. He was turning blue, a little green. I think Frank is disoriented now, too. He doesn't know where he's going.
Do you know where to go now, Frank?
The whole room is spinning
Thank
for
you,
the poor
Frank.
guy right now. All right, good stuff, fun stuff, and we are winding down. As always, I told you guys it would be a fast show. Lucas Patrick, though, I've got some gifts for you, even though it's Halloween time. It's like Christmas every Monday or Tuesday on Clubhouse Live. So I've got some stuff for your man cave. Got some stuff so you can stare at yourself every night before you go to bed. Stuff to hang on your wall.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. And this is what's really awesome. The first picture we're giving to Lucas tonight is, look at this. It's his biking buddy. Maybe there. Nope, that's not it. There it is, right here. Biking buddy.
Fun fact, Jacqueline and I share the same birthday.
Oh, there you go. Very nice. So that's for you. And the second one, I probably went backwards on it. I apologize, Rosie, but this is Lucas Patrick returning a kickoff. Look
What?
at this. There he is on the monitor.
Hey, look at that. He's
Look at
carrying
that.
it well.
Look at you moving like that. You could take the ball.
I told Aaron on the way up I will never critique his running because after getting the ball on 11 grown men running at you, it's pretty scary.
Look at you, though. You're securing the football kind of high and tight a little bit. You're looking pretty good.
Oof.
I think there should be a play in the playbook for number 62.
You
out
can't
there,
even
maybe.
see the ball.
Get the
His-
jumbo
it's covered
package
up.
out there. Oh, easy, Ricardo.
No, I'm just saying. He's a
And
big guy.
You also get an MVP CD with our hit
Thank you,
songs
thank you.
From Eric Lives Here and Mike Thiel. So, Ricardo,
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Check it out. It's our second audience question with a known man here. This is Mean Gene. Mean
Yes.
Gene, your question for Lucas.
Lucas Patrick, we're glad you're here with us at Clubhouse Live. With that, when Aaron Jones first asked you to be here, what were your thoughts?
There you go.
I think any night with the showtime is a good time.
Hey.
If I gotta
Hey,
say
there
that.
you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mean Gene.
I'm sure Aaron told you how cool the host is, too, and how fun he is and hanging out with
Hey,
that guy. And right?
he was raving about it, so
See?
it's lived up to its hype. This might be the most fun show I've done in a while.
Yes,
See,
I love
what
it.
What do I tell you? What do I tell you? Ricardo?
I love it.
No.
What?
This show is lit, is
Lit,
what I like
yes,
to say. That's
lit.
how I
It's-
talk.
Hashtag.
But it's also swell.
Hashtag.
So
It's dope. It's lit.
groovy, man.
I'm going to learn some new words for next week.
it might be yeet.
Yeet.
I don't know
They
that
don't know
one.
that one yet.
I'm gonna have
That's
to
don't
over
know
his
that
head.
one.
I
Don't
don't
do
even
that,
want to say
guys.
that word. So, okay. I wanted to ask you quick, a little X's and O's talk before we wind down, but zone blocking. We heard all about the transition to Matt LaFleur's zone blocking scheme, I guess, versus man blocking. But explain to us in layman's terms why that can be a difficult transition. Because I guess in zone blocking, you are all blocking an area, right? Not really a specific man.
Yeah, the biggest difficulty is sometimes in our zone schemes, we don't necessarily go to, at center, you're not saying, hey, we're going to this guy. It's more necessarily we're going to the right, and kind of whoever fills that gap will, end up blocking him. It's definitely been a great addition. I mean, it's definitely highlighted some guy's talent to the right of me, who's done pretty well in it, I would say. But it's the best part about it is it mimics a lot of the play passes. You'll see some deep shots to MVS or Tay getting wide open on these 15-yard routes because as a lineman we're moving all in one direction. People think it is that zone game, but it can easily be a play pass or it could be a run. It's a lot harder to defend than necessarily the downhill scheme that we were used to.
Plus, you mentioned showcasing talents, but it kind of gets the offensive lineman out in space and on the run a little bit, right? Show off your skills and talents.
Yeah, I had to lose a few lbs to get used to that. No, it's been fun. We got a really athletic front. Billy Turner might be one of the most athletic guards I've seen in a long time. Elton stepped up and playing well. I don't think people have realized how well Corey has moved in the past in our offense, but he's able to be highlighted in this offense. And of course, I'll say this on record: we have the best bookend tackles in the league. So those guys do well no matter what it is.
Yeah, there we go. Hollywood and Brian Balaga, the ornery guy. Quickly, Aaron Jones. Are you planning on purchasing a T-shirt that shows you waving to Byron Jones on your way to the end zone? I see they are now for sale out there.
Well, see, the shirt doesn't have Byron Jones; it just has me waving.
Right, that's true.
So.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, they're for sale.
Yeah.
Donate. I mean, the proceeds go, to a charity. I'm gonna choose a charity.
Yes.
Awesome.
So it's kind of to make up for some of that fine.
Yes.
But the fine money goes to charity, so
Yes.
I'm gonna be donating to a charity.
I thought you looked a little lighter in the wallet this week. That was what? That's NFL. That's a stiff fine, Aaron.
Very stiff fine. I mean, there was other players waving, not getting fines, but I mean, it is what it is. It was worth the wave.
Let's move on. Don't get him in trouble, Brad.
I'm not. But
All
did
right.
you notice the NFL official Twitter account actually
Yeah.
tweeted and celebrated?
That's a little hypocritical.
Aaron doing that, and then yet fines him. I don't understand what's going on there. So let's move on
Yes,
before
move
any of
on.
us get in trouble. Because Roger Goodell is a big fan of the show. He always checks in. Last but not least, hey, you guys are 5-1. You're 3-0 now in the NFC North. You have beaten the Bears, beaten the Vikings, and now have beaten the Detroit Lions. So 3-0. Aaron, do you feel like you're one of the best teams in the NFC, one of the best teams in the NFL, or does that chatter really serve no purpose at this point in time?
I feel like we are, but it doesn't serve any purpose at this time. Each week we got to continue to get better. You're only as good as your last game, and we got another game coming up, so we got to get ready for that one. We can't think about anybody else. We got to think about this opponent coming up.
Yeah, the Raiders playing actually surprisingly well. Lucas, though, still trying to put that complete complementary game together, right, where all three phases are really clicking. I don't think that's quite been there yet, which is a good sign that you're 5-1 considering.
Yeah, it's a testament to the team, but we're going to be a dangerous team when we finally get run game, pass game, run defense. That secondary that I think's been one of the highlights of this season so far. They've been playing amazing, and that special teams unit that has come leaps and bounds from last year. When all of those phases get clicking, we're going to be a pretty dangerous team, and hopefully it's later in the season we get clicking. I'd rather get rolling after week 10 than rolling right now.
Yeah, you're still evolving, a brand new program under my coach Matt LaFleur. So, hey, how about these guys, Aaron Jones and Lucas Patrick tonight? Great show, Ricardo. We're going to skip We always skip trivia number 3. We have too much fun conversation. So let's go straight up north. This is where we pick who is going to win the game, right? It's the Packers, it's the Raiders, and Ricardo, who are you going with? And
now look, this is a good Raiders team. I know.
Here we go.
Listen, I'm actually picking the Packers to win, but this is going to be a real close game. Don't underestimate these Raiders. They're actually pretty good.
Mean Gene doesn't like it at all.
It don't matter what Mean Gene says. You're asking me.
But you're picking the Packers.
No, I'm
right?
picking the Packers, but the Raiders are no joke. They're not like they were last year. No way.
Aaron Jones, what do we call this thing nowadays?
The victory visor.
The victory visor has never lost. The only time you guys lost is when we didn't have a show that week. Otherwise, it is undefeated when I place it on my head. And there it is again. How do I look? The victory visor. But I do agree with you, Ricardo. I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be, I'm going to say 24-20. I think it's going to be one of those games again. You got to give the Raiders credit. They are getting a little bit better, surprisingly, with some of the guys they've gotten rid of.
And it's really annoying with Gruden.
With that's Chucky, but this is the start of 3 straight games for the Packers against the AFC West. Raiders now also coming off a bye, so they're going to be rested, much like the Lions. And they're riding a 2-game winning streak. And believe it or not, they would pull even with the Chiefs if they beat you guys. You cannot allow that, Aaron Jones. You cannot allow it.
Cannot.
Defensively, they're solid against the run, but I think they can be had through the air. Look for Aaron Rodgers to exploit some of those matchups in the passing game. Maybe Devontae Adams is back on the field. That would be a nice boost for the passing offense. I still think you're getting back into the end zone this week, but through the air, right?
Wow.
It's going to be a passing touchdown.
Go.
I like it. Maybe Alan Lazard makes a big play, and I like the Packers' defense to regain its opportunistic play with some more turnovers. So 24-20, Green Bay improves to 6-1. Mean Gene, you like it? Yes, he does. What do you guys think? Ricardo, quickly, the Packers News app.
That's right, over here, Bill, with the exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage. Seen the Packers News app is your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. This app is available for iPhone and Android users only, Brett.
No Motorola, right?
No Motorola.
There you go. I was waiting for that one. Special thank you to our sponsors, Superior Discount Liquors. Check them out in Green Bay, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan, or find them online. Well, we'll just keep that right here. I'll put it back in the bucket. Or find them online at superiordiscountliquors.com. Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Play Wednesday night wins with your club card now through November 13th. Find out more at paysbig.com/fallwins. Mayfield Sports Marketing, a leading Wisconsin sports marketing agency and speaker bureau. Escort Limousine Service, the preferred limousine service of the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, the Red Line Hotel, Paper Valley. Another plug for the Ultimate Leap. Has anyone here, anybody want to do a Lambeau Leap for real at Lambeau Field? You want to do it, Mean Gene? You can do it. Well, the Ultimate Leap 2019 contest is now open. Enter to win awesome Packers prizes and the ultimate game day experience by getting to do the leap during the Packers game on December 8th. We have more information on your tables, too, but check it out, theultimateleap.com. Aaron Jones, what a show tonight. This was fun. We got through it.
It definitely was fun.
So you get the final word tonight.
I just want to thank Lucas for coming on the show. I want to thank all you guys for coming out. Love the energy. Look forward to seeing you guys next week and getting the victory, and go Pack go.
Yes, go Pack go, he says. All right, for Lucas, for Showtime, for Ricardo, for Sammy, and the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew, I'm Brett Christopherson saying so long. Be back here next Monday night at 6:30. Right, Mean Gene, as we celebrate another Packers victory over the Raiders with this guy, Green Bay Packers running back, Aaron Showtime Jones. Mean Gene, take it away.
Go, Pack, go! Go, Pack, go! Green and gold! Go, Pack, go!
Hey, we've got some giveaways, signed helmet, signed photo, so stick around.